And welcome on 360 Sports Weekend Edition on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Lots to look at today. We'll be looking at some review of what has happened during the week in the world of sport, and also the one that will be happening today and also on Sunday. AFCON is still there. The quarterfinalists, they will be starting today. That will be coming up in Cameroon. We'll be looking at that also to talk about issue of transfer stories. Some players are moving, while some coaches too are also signing to be managers of other clubs. Well, welcoming you properly on the show 360 Sport, and joining me in the studio is Joel Ajayi. Good to have you.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Good one. Now we'll be looking at, we are trying to review all the happenings in the world of sport for the week, starting from Sunday till now. Well, it started like a joke where we talked about basketball last week. Well, we were there at the Mark the Ball Championship, where the women, Nigerian Custom and Elephant ladies of Foxbank, they fought. They fought very hard, but the Nigerian Custom ladies won that particular encounter that took place at the Abiola Stadium. Mark the Ball Championship, women edition. Well, the men's one is right now ongoing. It's ongoing right now at the Abiola Stadium, but it will last till April thereabout. For now, the ladies, they know they are champion in the Mark the Ball competition. Well, it was a very good, fantastic performance from all the ladies that play in that competition. Let's give it at least, have a glimpse of what happened at Abiola Stadium.
Okoro runs into traffic. They have time on the shot clock, and Joseph making effective use of that. You walk down low, kick the ball around the barrier. Too much weight on that, but good offensive rebound from Grace, who loses the ball back to first back. A shot from Mary, good response. He came driving, drops it for Mary. 7-6 Customs with the lead. 6 minutes, 31 seconds on the game clock. And this is the final. The three-pointer attempt couldn't make that one count, Grace. Although she tries to drive it, she runs into trouble. And Okoro has a chance to make an easy two. Yes! First one back with the lead, 8-7. They bury with a free loop. Three-pointer from downtown. 10-8.
The feel of what happened at the Abiola Stadium, Mark the Ball Championship, where the ladies show their class. When it comes to basketball, 16 teams participated in this event, and you just have to appreciate the fact that all the ladies that came, they were able to showcase a lot of basketball skills at that event. Eventually, Customs, they were able to carry the day.
First and foremost, let me just say a very big congratulations to Nigeria Custom, because they show that they have all it takes to be a winner. But to be honest with ourselves, in the issue of basketball in Nigeria, as far as little as I know, we have not seen that kind of epic program with a very good awareness. Spectators were out there. If you look at that pitch, that basketball indoor court, you discover that it's always 100% filled up, because people come out and then they try as much as possible to cheer their teams up. So I believe that if we can channel our energy in such tournaments, I believe Nigeria, we are doing well in the continent, even in the world, we are doing well. But at least if we can have such program that we'll be able to get some talent to add to what we have at hand, I believe Nigeria will be good to go. We'll be ready to beat any country in the whole world. We need more of that program. There is no doubt about it.
Nigeria, we need more of such program where Nigerian basketballers, both male and female, can showcase their skills in the world of dunk and slam sport called basketball. Well, a good one there. And to let you know, we are focusing right now on the NBBF elective congress. I'll be coming up to the 1st of this month. Well, the issue right now is we're having two issues on ground is that the election, some people are, okay, is it Benin or Abuja? But because the way it is, I'm sure it's supposed to be Abuja. Now we are hearing that it's going to be Benin also.
The truth of the matter is that we have a serious challenge in basketball. And then my prayer as a stakeholder is that we should not allow the problem to escalate if we want to get the good of the game. Because if there is crisis, players suffers, the game itself suffers, even the country suffers. As it is now, I think election is going to be in Edo, because if you read the statement of the aide to Minister of Sports, Sunday Dare, that issued like 2 days ago, you discover that there is no shortcut that election is going to take place in Edo State. Okay. But the truth of the matter is that we had the same issue in 2017. The statement released by federal government through the Ministry of Sport before was the election is to hold in Abuja. And then all of a sudden, because of the FIBA ban, threatening to ban us, and then don't be surprised, the ultimatum, the date given to us will be that 31st, which is going to be on Monday. That is why I will say that, okay, that election we hold in Edo. But beside all these politics in basketball, we need to come together as a Nigeria if we are really serious, if we are really try as much as possible to develop the game, because a tree cannot make a forest. Look at the program we just highlighted now. If you are in that particular arena, you will discover that basketball, apart from football, is the next in Nigeria. The other people are doing their own in Lagos. The other people are doing their own in Port Harcourt. But come to think of it, if everybody come together to bring all those ideas, all those impetus they are putting into the sport, if they bring it together, it is going to be more than that. I used to say it, if you have gone now and then you saw maybe just one snake, you can quickly kill the snake. But if you see like 100 snakes, even if you shot one is coming in other angle. So that is the mentality we should have as administrator, as stakeholders in the country. The issue of crisis always brings us down. We don't have anything to take from crisis. But it happened in 2017. And then we suffered for 4 years. Are we going to suffer for another 4 years? Because if the whole house are not in order, we are all family man. If you are not in peaceful time with your wife, you know how that hurts the house will always look like. Talk less of when you are dealing with people that are intelligent. All of them, they are intelligent. They have all it takes to give to basketball. Why are we fighting for? Why crisis? I think ministries should sit up and see the end to this kind of crisis that is affecting the basketball in Nigeria. We've
just been looking at the NBBF elective congress. It's going to be in Benin as it is right now. Well, we hope let the best contestant win, and hopefully Nigerian basketball can get out from that crisis. It has always been the issue of leadership affecting that sport that a lot of people love so much. We need to get our acts together. Looking at NBBF elective congress, well, issue of venue, Abuja, Benin. Well, confirmed that it's going to be Benin. Whatever happens there, we just hope that let the best man that will have the love of basketball in his heart to be there. Well, from there, let's leave basketball alone as we move straight to talk about the Npfl, Nigerian Professional Football League. Matches were played up till Wednesday. Let's quickly review all the matches over the week before the weekend. Now, Lobby Stars, Aqua United, Wiki Torres, Abia, Kano Pillars, Nasarawa United all played their games. That was on Sunday 1-0, 2-1, one draw there. You have down to on Monday, Rivers United play against Atlant. They defeated them 3-1. The same Monday, Gombe against Niger Tornadoes, and you have Shooting Stars versus Kwara United, Rangers versus Raymond Stars. That's how it went down during the week up till Wednesday. So we just brought the result to you there. But we look at Rivers versus Heartland, and the issue of Heartland not paying their players could be the effect of this loss. Although so far the issue of Heartland owing the players, and as yesterday was the deadline day that the ultimatum that was issued. Okay, you're going to pay this player, and I just hope that something will be done concerning that club. Kano Pillars defeated MFM by a lone goal. Nasarawa also by a lone goal against Katsina, scored by Shamasu Mohammed. Rangers International against Remo Stars ended goalless, and Shooting Stars of Ibadan, according to some people, they said the spirit of their general manager rose up to fight for them to win that game, because they were trailing Kwara United. Then they had to do it. They won that game 2-1. Gombe also defeated Niger Tornadoes by a lone goal. As you look straight up, Wicked Tourists of Bauchi against Plateau United in the Northern Affair, 2-1 it ended, while Lobby Star pipped Eimba by a lone goal. Let's go straight to talk about the table quickly. The table right now, as it stands for the match day 8. Rivers are topping with goal difference 11 against 8 of Raymond Stars. They have the same points though. Rangers International 15 points after playing goalless against Raymond Stars. They have 15 points. They're standing third. Enyimba International are standing 4th. And you have Plateau United, Wicked Tourists, Nasarawa United 5, 6, and 7. In 8, 9, 10 is Lobby Stars, Akwa United, and Kwara United from 1st to 10 on the log. And from the bottom of the table, MFM, 6 points from 8 matches. That's not the MFM that we used to know. Minus 10 in goal difference. Heartland also the same. They have 7 points, minus 10 goal difference. Katsina United, Jakada, Niger Tornadoes, Shooting Stars, Abia Warriors from that pecking order, 14 to 18. And from 11 to 14 rather, you have Sunshine Stars, Kano Pillars on 12th, and you have Gombe United, Abia Warriors in that order. Now, Joelo Ajayi, looking at the table for the week 8 standing, that's what we have.
Honestly, it was a very interesting one, because like the fixture that we just showed now, we recorded just 3 draws from the result. From the result, and then we discovered that most of the league is getting to where it's interesting to everybody. It's interesting to both the players, the coaches, and even the administrator, because if you are unable to gather your points at this time, it will be very difficult when everybody are trying to just adjust to ensure that they did not go down to relegation. That one take me to the issue of Atlant. I think if there is no drastic change in their approach, I think they will go to relegation this season, because the way it is, we had the LMC, that is League Management Company, they issued a release yesterday to remind them of the ultimatum given to them, which means if they are unable to meet up with the ultimatum, it means they might not be able to play the league, because they will award the 3 points, three goals to their next opponent. So for me, it's not something that is good for Imo State club. That's why I always clamoring for private investors to come into our sport, because with the way we are going, because it is the governor or government that is paying the money, and then it's not speaking well. It's not taking us to anywhere, except we have the private oriented mind people that we know that this is purely business. It's not about politics, or it's not about favoritism or nepotism that we do face in the country. That is when the football in Nigeria will grow. Look at the Raymond Star. They are in the second on the table. You will discover that they put their energy, because they know that they are going to get everything that they want at the end of the league, if they are able to put their feet on ground on the league.
Now we're talking about the result and the table, the Npfl reviewing match day 8. Yeah. Although we'll still be taking a preview the match day 9 that will be coming up also starting from today. But now still talking about the issue of salary and affecting Heartland. Yeah. I still don't understand. It's better if you can no longer run this club. Just drop it and let it be, so that because these players that are playing, they have families. Yeah. They also want to leave. Yeah. They've been old for 9 good months, and yet they remain in that club playing for Heartland.
Mr. Denny, that is exactly what I was saying. When we are talking about a club going by a government, and then be it as it may, the little I know about sport, the beginning of the year, you have the budget of what you are going to spend throughout the years. The next thing is for government to be releasing it. But I don't know what went wrong.
For 9 months.
For 9 months. How will you want their family to cope? There was a time in our office, they hold us 2 months. If you see the book of Lamentation, you know what you are talking about. But when you are now holding a player that will toil and labor on the field of play for 90 good minutes, and then nothing to show forth, I think something needs to be done to issue. And then there should be a sanction for any club like that to serve as...
Because people are watching now. What will LMC do to Heartland? If they take it with just mere hand, then other clubs will be like, well, if
Heartland can escape, we can do it. And then it's not going to speak well for the league that we all love. Except we change our mentality, we change our orientation, it's going to be something else.
And from the way it is now, I think it's possible that maybe they don't really care much about this. Whatever is going to happen, let it happen.
That is why I do say it. Take away politics from sport. Sport is a tool that unites the nation. Politics is a tool that is used to govern the nation. They are two different things entirely. They are parallel lines that they should not meet. But in Nigeria, their parallel lines are the ones that are meeting in Nigeria. That is why we are where we are today.
Can you imagine that the parallel line are coming from politics and sport? Well, coming from the analysis of Joy Ajayi, there are times you never can tell how things go. Now, we just have to digress a bit. As we've been talking about the men, let's really look at the women. Just during the week or so, matches were played on Wednesday. We quickly reviewed that in the Nwfl, where Nigeria Test lost by a lone goal in Abuja at Area 10. Nasarawa Amazons winning that match. Adamawa Queens 1-0 against Pelican Stars. Edo Queens 3-0 against Osun Babes in Group B. Rivers Angels 1-0. They lost away to Bayelsa Queens. Delta Queens defeated Royal Queens by 5-1 over there in Asaba. Sunshine Queens also they played 1-0 draw against Abia Angels and Akure Township Stadium. Now we move to talk about the table as it stands in match day 6 for the women. Edo Queens are topping their group with 14 points. Nasarawa Amazons are second with 12 points, followed by Nigeria Tels, newcomers. They are really trying. Confluence Queens, Adamawa Queens, Osun Babes, and you have Pelican Stars in that pecking order. And in the Group B, Bayelsa Queens, Rivers Angels, Delta Queens, FC Robo Queens of Lagos, Sunshine Queens with 4 points, alongside Royal Queens of Warri, and you have Abia Angels having just 3 points. So far, Pelican Stars are yet to get a single point after playing 5 matches. What an irony. If you follow Nigerian football, women football league, Pelican Stars, if one of the forces to be reckoned with in the early stage of women football in Nigeria, but today that team is struggling. Talking about management.
What happened in men's category is the one that is happening in the females category as we speak. Because if you look at the 14 clubs that we have here, I think FC Robo and then Nigeria Tel and maybe FC Royal are the ones that are managing by the individual. The other clubs, like 11 of them, are government. And then the problem is that once the person that is in the ends of affair of that particular state is not a sporting loving person, I don't want to.
Of course, it's a governor that governs the state.
Yeah, there is no how it will not affect the club. And then when you are putting, I do say it is something that is not good for a country to be putting a round peg in a square hole when you know that this one has nothing to do with sport. And then because of affiliation you have with
put
the
them
person,
there
you put them there. Whether the person know how to do it or not, they will be struggling. That is why you see the club like Pelican play like 5 games without a point. At least you should be able to get in a draw. It's not a good trend.
Pelican Stars that, when you talk about Nigerian Women Football League, the fear of playing that team alone.
I'm telling you.
All the clubs were scared, used to be scared of them.
So until we just go back to drawing board, if they have not stolen the drum board, that is when we are going to...
I like that. If that drawing board has not been stolen, we just have to get it right. For some clubs in Nigeria, for the way we run football or sport business, we need to really put our orientation in a different way. Sport is really business. It is not just fun or exercise. It's something that can change a lot of things in Nigeria if you really run it well. Now, we quickly look at the game between Nigeria and Nasarawa Amazon. By the time we return, we go straight to AFCON.
Okay.
Nasarawa Amazon versus Nigeria tells there, a match that ended 1-0 in favor of the visiting team from Nasarawa State. Well, Dushima Tanom scoring that goal in the 27th minute. Now we've done with, we're actually done with the review of all that happens during the week from the Npfl to Nwfl and also the basketball. Now let's quickly look at some matches that will be coming up in AFCON this weekend. The quarterfinalists are here: Gambia, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, Equatorial Guinea. What's a mix up there? Equatorial Guinea will also be facing Equatorial Guinea. It's not possible. That should be Senegal. Well, now we'll be joining Olujude Olushola over there in Douala, Cameroon, where we'll be previewing the matches that will be coming up today. Good to have you there, Olujude. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Taiwo.
These teams as you are there in Douala. Now, tell us, what's the mood like?
Okay, the fans there, they're ecstatic. They're looking forward to an exciting match later this evening. That's the Cameroon fans. They are very, very much alive. The mood is electric. And the fans want to see that, of course, the Indomitable Lions will devour the Scorpions of Guinea later this evening. So it's going to be an interesting match. And yesterday at the stadium, they had their training session, and even Standard Eto was around. Of course, you know, he's a Cameroon legend, and he was born and bred. He lived in Douala. He's a legend here, so he came around to the stadium yesterday evening. So he spoke with the boys, of course, and trying to motivate them that it was good for the win. Yes, the mood right now in Douala is so electric, and you should expect a powerful game this night. All right, this evening.
There now, you seeing these players, you know how it is. Gambia, do you think they have what it takes to face Cameroon?
Okay, that's a very, very tough one. Yesterday as well, to do the press conference, the Gambia coach Thomas Selif said that he has no tactics. In fact, I know he's playing mind games when he said that Cameroon are the favorites to win the match today. But then, if you look at Gambia, they're coming in for the very first. These are debut their first time in AFCON. They've not played AFCON before. This is their first time. And we saw how they even defeated Tunisia in their group stage. These are group stage matches, how they be winning their games, and it goes to the very stage. So in fact, they've gotten to that peak. If they lose right now, they have nothing. If they win, they have everything to gain. If they lose, they have nothing to lose because nobody expected them to get to this point. Being this a debut season in the AFCON history. But then we should expect a very good match. Like I said, it's going to be a very good one because we cannot underrate any African team right now. The competition has gotten to that business stage where your every detail is important. Any mistake you make can be capitalized by your opponents. So now all legs are on ground, all hands on deck to ensure that both teams, of course, they try to maneuver their way around or outplay their opponents to get to the semi-final. So it's going to be a beautiful game tonight. Trust me, it's going to be. And with the way the Cameroon fans now are behaving right now, of course, they're going to go in droves. They're going to. In fact, the whole stadium is going to be electric because the stadium is about 50,000 plus capacity. And I'm not sure if it's going to be up to 80%. It's going to 80% capacity because that's what they gave Cameroon, being the host nation. So you can imagine having close to 30,000 fans cheering you behind you. That's going to be massive for the Cameroon tonight. And it's going to be very tough fun, but anything can happen. In fact, yesterday, it was even surprising. During the press conference as well, the coach said that we can come and record his training session. He has no tactics. He has nothing to play, nothing to hide against the Cameroons. But of course, only that's mind games. He's an experienced coach, so he knows what he's doing. So let's just wait for a good match later tonight.
As we are waiting for the match between Cameroon and Gambia, we're talking with Jide Olushola over there in Douala, Cameroon. Now, Jide, looking at, we just talked about Cameroon, Gambia. What about Burkina Faso, Tunisia? I'm sure a lot of Nigerians will be wishing that Tunisia booted out.
Yes, that would be. I don't know how to put it, but then even though Tunisia defeated us, but then. It's that game. They were lucky. They did well. Of course, they got the only goal against us, and they got to this stage. Right now, we should be playing Burkina Faso, not even Tunisia. But then that's in the past. It happened 5 days ago. But then for the game against Burkina Faso, Tunisia, I'm looking forward to see Tunisia as well for getting the win against Burkina Faso. Not because I'm underrating Burkina Faso, but then Tunisia right now, from what I saw before I left Gara a few days ago, these players are ready. These players are ready to get semi-final bets, semi-final slots. They're ready. They're putting all in their efforts, and I look forward to them, of course, dispatching the Burkina Beach as well too.
Well, while we are still there, let's hear from Joel Ajayi too, because it seems to be from Tunisia. He has been supporting Tunisia, that Tunisia should be Burkina Faso, but for me...
Jude, very good morning to you.
Mr. Joel, good morning, good to see you.
If you can hear me, very good morning to you. Honestly, I agree with Jude a bit, but that game is going to be an interesting game because
coupled with the fact that the Gambia is coming to the Nations Cup for the first time, and then they were able to get to this stage. And then don't forget that they are a trouble nation as we speak. And then from the report I read over the night, they were trying to win to ensure that they use that victory to heal the wounds of the many Gambians, over close to 2 million Gambia that are watching them. I think it's going to be a very good game. Though Cameroon happen to be a host nation, but it's not going to be easy for Cameroon as it is, because they, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think they are playing a fantastic game right from the beginning of the game. They were paired with, I wanted to even raise that issue. They were paired with Mino and those first time. I look at the Comoros, and then once they are even playing that, you will see red cards at time, 1 red card at time, 2 red cards against the host nation. So it's going to be a match to watch, because nobody know who are going to strike for these Gambians. And then they have it at the back of their mind, coupled with the fact that their president Barrow called them to tell them that the whole nation are behind them, and then they want them to go higher in the tournament. I think it's going to be one of the cracker. Though people might be giving it to Cameroon, I myself, I can give it to Cameroon, but it's not going to be on the platter of gold.
And what about Tunisia, Burkina Faso?
For Tunisia and Burkina Faso, it's almost the same thing because the Burkina Faso also having challenge. You know that on Monday there was a coup in their country, and then the leaders, let me just put it in that way, called them to tell them that the whole nation are with them. But for me, I will not say because Tunisia booted Super Eagles out of the competition. They have all it takes now. By now, if you look at their game, most of their players, I think they are coming back. I believe it's going to help them a lot. I give it to Tunisia.
I said it earlier. I said you are from Tunisia. Only you can hear that. Like I said, I'm sure he will be supporting Tunisia. But from the way it is, Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Gambia, Cameroon. Let's do it 1-1 from your own side. The experience you've got with these teams, not minding the fact that Cameroon are the host and all that. Who do you think? Who are you staying with between Burkina Faso, Tunisia?
I said earlier, of course, I'm sticking my neck with Tunisia. Then, of course, my neck with Cameroon.
You're staying with Cameroon. What about Burkina Faso, Tunisia?
Tunisia. But let me say something.
Don't mind me.
Just a little bit to digress from this whole topic right now. The thing is that sport actually right now is helping to build wounds. Like Mr. Joe said, Gambia, they have issues, Burkina Faso, they have issues as well too. And we can see how sport is trying to heal the wounds of these countries. I remember a few years back, the same happened in the Côte d'Ivoire when they won the Nations Cup. That singular victory healed the wounds of people in Côte d'Ivoire. So you can see that football sport generally heals wound, and I think we should invest more in sport in Nigeria. I was listening to the program when we were talking about the Npfl and the US League, how government is interfering. So this was the point that the private individuals should come in and see how they can, of course, come together and use sports to heal the wounds in the country.
If you and Joel agreed that sports should be used to heal the wound, I stand by Guinea, I stand by Gambia and Burkina Faso because of that.
I agree with you. But even if they did not lay their hand on the trophy,
yes,
or
they have at least they are champions.
At this stage, the wound have been healing right now as we speak. Because if you see the mood of the fans,
of the citizens of the country, they see that this thing that is bringing us together, they forget that we are fighting each other, jihadists and all these things. But with this even move, with this stage, most of their wound has already been healed. So for me, I think if they now maybe cross the hurdle and they were able to
beat Cameroon or beat Tunisia,
they will be able to even get it far better than our expectation.
Now let's go back to Jide. Now let's look at this particular report that came out that during the press conference of Tunisia versus Burkina Faso, that a man ran inside and picked. I want you to confirm that story, that a man ran in and packed the gadgets, packed everything and ran away because they were owing him for the venue. Is it true?
I can't confirm because it happened in the Gara. So of course, it is not something that I can say it is true, basically. But I heard such. But anything can happen. We are Africans.
Shouldn't be happening right now because of the fact that they said the man is the owner of that particular edifice that's being used as press conference, and he wasn't being paid, and he had to take law into his hand by removing all the gadgets and run away.
That's interesting.
It's strange because the venue for the press conference in the stadium is not owned by an individual. To the best of my knowledge, it is owned by the government because the government built the place. Except if the government not paying for bringing the materials there, that I cannot confirm. But for the building itself, it is not owned by anybody. It is owned by the government. The government built the stadium, so that's what I can confirm. But the material in there, whether the boss did not pay for it, I cannot confirm.
Okay, now it means it's about the gadgets being used.
Yeah, it's about the gadgets being used, not the building.
Olushola has been giving us some, at least, updates from Cameroon there, from Douala. We want to appreciate your time with us. Really appreciate you, Jude. Thanks very much. I hope that the countries you pick, I hope they will lose.
If I pick a country, they will win. Any country I pick wins. Don't worry. I'm the octopus there now.
To add some spice to the show. We want to appreciate Jide. They are joining us from Douala, Cameroon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
There. Now let's go back to the studio. We've been talking with Jide. They are giving us details concerning updates concerning what's happening in Cameroon. A lot of issues there. But now let's we've reviewed the matches for this weekend. Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Cameroon versus Gambia. Now let's quickly move away as we talk about Npfl week. Yes, MPFL match day 9 will be coming up. The fixtures starting from today. We look at the fixtures. Eyimba will be playing against Katsina United. Atlant of Owerri, well, that team, we just hope that is becoming another story now. Atlant will be playing against Kano Pillars. Maybe Kano Pillars will have an easy ride today. Niger Tornadoes will be playing against Akwa United at the stadium, that's MK Abiola Stadium. Sunshine Stars against Lobby Stars, that should be in Akure. And you have other matches that will still be coming up on Sunday. Dakada against Enugu Rangers in Uyo. Gombe travels to Ilorin to play against Kwara United. A shooting stars of Ibadan, they will have to face MFM. Well, from Ibadan to Lagos, Plateau United in Jos versus Abia Warriors, while you have Remo Stars, Benga Gumbote and his lads will be hosting Rivers United. What is it with all the R teams? They play Rangers, they play Goalless. Now they are hosting Rivers. Rivers are topping with the same points alongside Remo Stars, but on goal difference, they are ahead of Remo Stars. And you have Wiki Tourists of Bauchi will be hosting Nasarawa United. Joel.
I think I will start from the game between the top leaders of the league, which is Remo Stars versus Rivers United. I think the game is going to be one of the best.
This is El Clasico.
Yes,
right?
it's going to be one of the best games to watch, because of so many factors that are attached to the game. Two of them are on the same points, separated by
goal difference.
Goal difference. And if you look at it, they've played, this will be the 5th of their encounter. The River United was able to win the 4th out of 4. Because I will not say they will win this one.
So they won 4-4.
So that is one of the factors, because from statistics, it means River United have edge over the Remo Stars. But if you look at another reason that will make the game very interesting, one of their the coach that even brought Remo Stars from nowhere, in persons of Fatai Osho, is now in charge of River United, and then he's going home to meet his club that he baited, that he brought from nowhere to. So it's going to be a whole lot of drama and interesting game. But I believe that with the form and the experience of Remo Stars coach, in persons of Ogumbote, I believe that game is going to be 50-50. To me, I don't know, but if you want to look at it strength to strength, power to power, and then capacity to capacity, the River United will still carry the day. But in football, you cannot say until the end of the 90 minutes.
Never say never. We are actually preferring the matches that will be coming up in the Npfl match day 9 across Nigeria. Some will be played today and some will play on Sunday. We just brought to you there the fixtures in match day 9. Quickly, let's go on a short break. By the time we return, we'll take you around the world of sport.
So talking about
Nigerian Professional Football League. We just have to let you have a glimpse of what's happening concerning this league now. We talked about the women, the men, we talked about the AFCON reviewing and previewing matches that will be coming up this weekend. Gambia versus Cameroon, all that. Well, now we move away from the rounded game. Let's leave football alone now. Let's go straight to Australia. Well, over there in Melbourne, it will be a final battle between two women and also two men. Talking about Ashley Barty and Danielle Collins. Ashley Barty will be taking on Danielle Collins today in the women's category of the final of Australia Open. The Grand Slam title will be a battle between the two ladies. Who will win? Is it the Australian woman? Talking about Ashley Barty, who right now seems to be having an air. A lot of people are supporting her because she's from Australia. Can she do this?
Honestly, it's going to be one of the games to watch. I think it should be ongoing, or they're about to start the game. But if you look at it, because she's ranked #1 right now, and then coupled with the fact that they are playing in their own country, Melbourne, and then it is it's not about what you can do; it's about the what you can put to the game, and then coupled with the fact that the fans are behind you, no matter the situation. Even if the players have not been playing well, for the fact that he has entered the final, and then he has been doing well. Don't forget, he was the one that won the US Open last year, and then she was the one that won US Open last year. She's trying as much as possible to get it at this time. So we have it at the back of our mind that, okay, this is the best time for me to get it.
And at home soil.
I'm here in my own country. So it's going to be one of the best games. And then don't take it away from the Collins herself. She's doing very well. Though she ranked number 30 in tennis rank, but don't look at the tennis the
ranking,
because at times you see someone that the rank 80 will come and beat someone that the rank 50. But for me, it's going to be one of the best games to watch. But I will give it to the Australian woman.
Ashley Barty.
Yeah.
Well, just to let you know that even 115 ranked Kanepi was able to shock everyone before she was booted out by Iga Swiatek before the finals. Now we have two women. Ashley Barty from Australia will be facing Danielle Collins. Is it possible that Collins will shock Ashley Barty at home in Australia? The battle will be there in Melbourne today. Now we move to the men's category, where Rafael Nadal, the Spaniard, will be facing Daniil Medvedev of Russia in another final for the men. Medvedev right now was able to do his own. He did well winning his game to get to the final, though Rafael Nadal was able to get the best of Berrettini, and he also got to the final. But as it is, Nadal is pursuing the 21st Grand Slam of his, at least, title of his career, to break out from having the same title winning with Roger Federer and also Novak Djokovic. The three of them are having 20 titles apiece. But now, if he wins this one, if he wins, he will be standing top ahead of everyone with 21 titles. So Rafael Nadal is really, really trying to make history.
Honestly, I will love him to make that issue, because I always like when the player try as much as possible to break the history, because you will leave the history that other player will be working hard to get. But it's not going to be easy as the way many of us thought, because if you look at the opponent, the Russian, he has been doing extremely well in the game.
He's world number 2.
World number 2. Even his ranking is even ahead of Rafael Nadal. And then you'll be saying that, well, if Nadal can get all this thing, I can increase my own tally. So it's going to be a game that the whole world will be stood to watch, because you are going to get the best of the game of tennis in that epic final.
It's going to be an epic final between Medvedev from Russia versus the Spaniard, Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal will try his best to make it 21, and Medvedev says he's ready for Nadal. He wants to make sure he wins this quickly. We'll move away from tennis. Let's go straight to some transfer stories making waves. Transfer story quickly. Liverpool right now, they have hijacked the contract that Tottenham were closing in on Luis Diaz, the Colombian player. But right now as we speak, Liverpool have really hijacked that that contract. They are pursuing it, and from the way it's going, Diaz is ready to move to Liverpool. Didn't confirm that he could be moving, and they are ready. The talk is really very close to be finalized. Diaz, a very good player, will be moving to Liverpool if everything goes well. Well, Tottenham Hotspur will not be believing their eyes. They wanted Adama Traore. Barcelona went for him. They wanted Diaz. Yeah. He prefers Liverpool. That's football. We've been talking concerning that quickly. Let's look at Barcelona. Barcelona and Juventus, they have made offer for Aubameyang. And it's confirmed that Barcelona and Juventus have made offer for this Gabonese player who Arsenal are no longer happy with, as it is. So Aubameyang could be going to Nou Camp, or he'll be going to Turin to either play for Juventus or Barcelona, although on loan, as it's been confirmed. Well, let's see what's going to happen there. Before we go, Dusan Vlahovic to Juventus has been confirmed. The player has been signed by Juventus in a whopping amount of £63 million. And he will be earning a lot of money to join that team. He has moved away from Fiorentina now. He has moved straight to join Juventus. And that will be a good one for him. It's confirmed that Vlahovic is now a player, an old lady, as they call them. And the last on the law, before Joel quickly talk about Vlahovic, is the fact that Everton managerial job has been offered to Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard, former Chelsea player, former Chelsea boss, now will be taking over there at the Goodison Park, as the managerial position has been offered to him after the interview that he had with Everton administrator yesterday, alongside Duncan Ferguson and Vitor Pereira. But the axe fell on him to be the manager that will be taking over there. A wrap-up concerning transfer stories, Joel.
Honestly, I do say it. I don't know what Liverpool were looking for in getting another striker, and then I believe that they have all it takes to go on the league. And then as far as Frank Lampard is concerned, I'm happy for him because he had a little experience in Chelsea, and then when he was in Chelsea, he did extremely well, if not because of when he started seeing some signs that he's no longer needed in that club. That is when he takes his bow. I wish him well, and then I believe he's going to do well.
What about Dusan Vlahovic?
To me, I don't find it much attractive because you are moving from the same league to assuming you move from Italy to England or to Germany now, it will be something that people will say, because you are moving from Fiorentina to Juventus. Though it's good for him because he's going to go and win laurels at Turin. So it's a very good move for him, but the amount of money is what I'm talking about. If you can be able to prove the method that he justified that so amount of money. And then for our beloved African guys, I don't so much like him to go to Barcelona and all this. Don't let him forget. Yes, don't let him forget what happened to Coutinho. Even despite the fact that Coutinho is Brazilian, is playing well. If you want to a move, you can go to a club, even if it is lesser than where you were before. You'll be playing in 90 minutes. If you go to Barca now, you might be playing just 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes. So for me, and then the more you play, the more people see you, the more match fitness you get. But when you are on the pitch, that's what affects Coutinho. Look at Coutinho now. He's in Aston Villa. He's playing day in, day out. Before you know, like, another big club will come and pick him. So for him to go to Barca or any other club that he's thinking of, it's not for me, it's not a good move for
Aubameyang, right?
Yeah.
Okay, considering the fact that Juventus just got Vlahovic, and they have other stars, Morata, all of them are there, Dybala, and now when Aubameyang comes, can he break it through those guys? Well, that's football. We've been looking at in the world of spoiler of stories trending transfer story that we just brought to you there. Vlahovic is now confirmed as a Juventus player, £63 million. Now he will be smiling to at least as an old lady player from Fiorentina. Liverpool, they've hijacked the contract. They want to get Luis Diaz to join them over there in Liverpool. Good one for them. They are really beating down Tottenham Hotspur. And for Aubameyang, according to Joel, he will prefer him not to join the likes of Barcelona or Juventus due to the fact that he may not be having playing time. And Frank Lampard, Yes, it's confirmed that the managerial job of Everton has fallen on his laps. Now, let's see what he can offer. These and many more we've talked about today. We've reviewed all the events that took place during the week, the Npfl match day 8, the Nwfl, and also basketball. And we also previewed the matches coming up this weekend in AFCON and also in Nigerian professional football league. Not forgetting what the ladies did concerning customs and Fox Bank ladies in basketball. That's it. On 360 Sport Weekend, we really had a good time with Joel Ajayi. I want to appreciate you.
My pleasure.
And also Jide Olushola from Douala, Cameroon. He joined us on the show. We really appreciate, and for the entire crew that's made this happen. For you out there, we want to always tell you that sport is fitness and business. Do not forget to join us on our social media platforms. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching. Have a splendid weekend. Okay.